$2 on this Iowa Ultra CD Mini Audio System. Now at our lowest price ever, just $149.99. Pick up this Sony Discman portable CD player for only $49.99. Or this Panasonic 25-channel cordless phone for just $49.99. You don't have to look all over the city for low prices. Just come to Circuit City's 3-day sale, Friday through Sunday only.
Live from KSTP Television, this is Channel 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
I think I'm just going to go way to the back and park so I can just walk.
Shoppers fight the crowds, not only in the stores, but also in the parking lots, all to buy those last-minute gifts. Good evening. Shoppers are still going at this hour, and many of you are planning another trip to the mall tomorrow.
This is definitely one of the busiest shopping weekends of the year. Channel 5's Kim Pletica begins our top story coverage live in Brooklyn Center. Kim?
Mike, it's hard to believe, but the Brookdale Mall is still open at this hour, and it is going to stay that way until 11 o'clock at night. Now, it may not look that crowded right here, but judging from the people we spoke with today, these extended hours are going to go over very well with last-minute shoppers, especially with mall employees.
People everywhere. It doesn't stop. It doesn't die down at all. We just have people going everywhere.
People were going everywhere, all right. Everywhere to find a parking spot.
We haven't found parking yet.
How long have you been driving around?
Probably total about 2 hours, probably.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Well, if you're coming that way, it's just far. I mean, where cars never normally park, it's just packed.
Packed is an understatement. Parking lots at malls all over the Twin Cities were filled nearly to capacity today, and once you got inside,
extremely busy.
Sarah Jacobson had one customer after another at her pet supply stand in Southdale this afternoon, but unlike her customers, she has no time to shop.
I've got breaks, 10-minute breaks here and there.
So how much shopping have you gotten done on those 10-minute breaks?
Nothing, hardly at all.
It's the same story all over the mall. As last-minute shoppers pack the place, employees are putting in long hours to the detriment of their gift lists.
2 presents so far.
How many do you have to buy?
Oh my gosh, probably for at least 10 more people. But I work in the mall and there's still no time. It seems like all the other stores are just as crowded.
Despite the crowd, some people did manage to grab all of the gifts they needed, mainly due to some savvy shopping.
Oh, I'm all done.
You're all done?
Oh, I'm all done. Oh, yeah, I start way early. I shop almost all year round. I'm a compulsive shopper. So.
Now, Kathleen, that last one we heard from, is about the only mall employee we spoke with today who has had all of her shopping done. The rest we spoke to say the last place they want to be on their day off is the mall. Reporting live from Brookdale Center, I'm Kim Pletica, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Kim. Most malls close at 8 tomorrow and 10 during the week, but we found a few with later hours. Burnsville Center and Brookdale are open until 10 tomorrow and until 11 o'clock Monday and Tuesday. Target also has extended hours, opening at 8, closing at 11, now through Tuesday. Most stores we contacted close at 5 on Christmas Eve.
Well, many people are avoiding the holiday crowds by shopping through their computers. Earthlink Mall is one of the many internet malls featuring stores such as Barnes & Noble and FAO Schwarz. Christmas sales on the net could triple from $707 million in '96 to $2.6 billion this year. To shop at this mall, just log on to earthlink.net. That's earthlink.net. Well, if you're scrambling to get those last few Christmas cards out, don't worry. Some post offices around the Twin Cities are adding special holiday hours tomorrow from noon to 4 p.m. Here's the list in St. Paul, Eastern Heights, Roseville, Apple Valley, Woodbury, and the Eagan branches. The Airmail Center is open 24 hours daily. In Minneapolis, the Robbinsdale, Richfield, Brooklyn Center, Coon Rapids, West Bloomington, and Golden Valley branches are open until 4 tomorrow. By the way, if you're out at the Mega Mall, you can mail letters and packages from the Postmark America store during mall hours.
Within the last few hours, an accident on the main road outside Mall of America injured a police dog. Bloomington officers tell us their canine named Books was hit during a routine traffic stop on 24th Avenue. Somehow he got out without his handler knowing it and was hit by a car. Books is being treated at the Animal Emergency Care. We don't know his condition at this time. Well, it's been more than a month since Sharon Sales Belton beat Barbara Carlson in the Minneapolis mayor's race. Still, Carlson continues to challenge her, but not over the campaign. Today on KSTP AM, Carlson criticized Sales Belton for her financial troubles. As we first reported yesterday, records show the mayor and her husband were behind on payments for their Wisconsin cabin and face foreclosure.
When you own property and you decide you cannot afford that property, you sell it. You do not allow your property to go into foreclosure. To me, that is not a personally responsible thing that one does.
Now, Carlson insists her remarks are not personal. The mayor is not commenting. By the way, the record shows Sales Belton is no longer behind on her payments.
While the mayor can point to a lower overall crime rate this year, crimes by young people continue at an alarming pace. That's why a program called All Glocks Down was created to take guns off the streets. As Channel 5's Chris Patro reports, one less gun could make a big difference for victims and their families.
It's hard to get through every night. Last year, my daughter was the one that helped my boys set the tree up.
But this year, Pat McPhee will spend Christmas without his daughter Laura, the victim of a teenage gunman who never knew her or the damage he would do.
Part of my heart's ripped out, and that part is what's tearing things up this Christmas.
That's why today at City Inc., young people were encouraged to drop off their guns at the second annual All Glocks Down gun exchange. No punishment and no questions asked.
We're not trying to bust people, but we're just trying to get guns out of kids' hands.
In return for dropping off a gun, kids can choose from a Foot Locker gift certificate or one from Soul Survivor Music Store. But perhaps more importantly, they make a connection.
I said, you know, I know you don't want to talk, you don't want to rap, you just want to grab something to eat and turn in your gun and leave. But I give them a card and I talk to them. And about, out of, I say about the 50 or so guns that we've had turned in, I've made connection with at least 40 kids.
A connection that might have saved this young girl's life. This Christmas, a treetop angel takes Laura's place with a message from the father who misses her.
If you've got a gun, turn it in.
Reporting in Minneapolis, Chris Patro, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
Chris tells us kids turned in 12 guns to the All Glocks Down program today. That's on top of the 50 guns collected since the program began. We have another snowmobile death to report tonight. Deputies say Gary Michelson of Morris lost control of his sled on Perkins Lake, crashed into a shoreline embankment, and was killed. This is the 4th snowmobile death this season.
A Red Cross employee who complained about a bag of blood is out of a job tonight. Bob Jenkins of Minneapolis said a supervisor refused to throw out blood he thought could be contaminated in Sauk Center last September. Jenkins told Channel 5 the bag was not properly sealed and could have been exposed to bacteria in the air. Red Cross officials concluded the bag was safe and the supervisor acted properly. Jenkins was fired after he refused to attend a meeting on the case. The Red Cross says the firing was not related to his comments. 2 women who were fired after blowing the whistle on their company can now sue. The women from Hastings and Cottage Grove reported patients were abused and neglected at a nursing home they worked for in Prescott, Wisconsin. But the state investigated and did not issue any citations. The home denies firing the women because of the allegations. Nonetheless, the Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled the women had a legal duty to prevent patient abuse and now have the right to sue if they think they were fired for reporting it.
New reports suggest a stun gun was used in the JonBenet Ramsey murder. Boulder, Colorado police have been asking residents about anyone who owns a stun gun. That's according to the LA Times. A spokesperson for the Ramseys says they should be cleared of the crime because they don't own such a weapon. Experts say a stun gun is not powerful enough to incapacitate someone, even a 6-year-old girl. We've learned tonight comedian Chris Farley was reportedly drinking heavily and looking for cocaine in the days leading up to his death. Employees at a Chicago bar say Farley was there just hours before his death, drunk and not looking well. The 33-year-old comedian was found dead Thursday in his Chicago apartment. Autopsy results are being held until toxicology tests are complete. A Native American teenager is sentenced to 8 weeks of Sunday school and church. Now his mother is suing the Dallas judge who ordered it. 14-year-old Zach Smith was assigned the community service after he couldn't pay a fine for fighting in school. The problem is he's an atheist.
I believe in spirits. I don't believe in a main spirit that rules all.
The Civil Liberties Union believes the sentence is unconstitutional.
It wasn't too long ago the hockey team at the U of M had a fairly easy time beating St. Cloud State, but those days appear to be over.
They certainly are. Eric's here with a look at tonight's series sweep.
I think these Gophers are going to have a Charlie Brown Christmas, Mike and Vanita. That whisking noise you heard out in central Minnesota tonight, that wasn't a northwest wind. It was the St. Cloud State hockey team briskly sweeping the Minnesota Gophers for the first time ever. The record losing streak is now 9 and counting. The Gophers started Eric Day in the nets tonight, but it was another hard day and night. Matt Noga buried the first period rebound. The first place Huskies led it 2-0 after one period. It was over pretty early tonight. Early second, Jason Goulet almost uncontested. The Gophers go pretty quietly. The final tonight was 4-1. The Huskies hit the break in first place, and the Gophers will holiday in last. So the hockey team stays in the loss column. The basketball Gophers trying to get back in the win column. We'll have highlights of their bid to do that coming up in sports. And no, I haven't been yelling at the TV tonight. I'm at the tail end of one heck of a head cold here.
I'll say, hanging in there.
See you in a little while.
Thanks. Minnesota Nice extends to the workplace. Up next, where our state's businesses fit into Fortune magazine's list of the top 100. Also ahead, plans to bring more professional performances to the Twin Cities hit a snag.
And I'm meteorologist Chris Grote. We're running out of time. If we're thinking about getting some snow before Christmas, I'll let you know if there's any in the forecast. That's coming up.
You know, to tell you the truth, I thought, the homeless could be almost anybody,
And tomorrow night at 10, we'll take you out on Twin Cities streets and talk with people who don't have a home this holiday season, but still have dreams for a better life.
Closed captioning of Eyewitness News is sponsored by Sprint Business.
This is the sound of small businesses doing more business with Fridays free. They're doing more because thanks to Sprint, all their long distance on Fridays is free. While the rest of the week, they're still getting Sprint's low flat rates. Even better, call now and get Fridays free until the year 2000 with no term commitment. Call 1-800-598-5000 for Fridays free. Only from Sprint Business.
In every home, in every family, there's no greater gift than a love that is shared. This holiday season, PetSmart has Christmas stockings for all your favorite friends. Happy holidays from PetSmart, where pets are family.
This camera's captured a lot of great times. And my camcorder is wonderful for taping special moments. And for over 80 years, National Camera and Video has been selling these products and more to loyal customers like me. Sure, they're superstores, but I want to know I'm buying from people who know these products inside and out. Plus, National Camera has the largest selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. It's also where I bought my new big screen. National Camera and Video. You're not paying more, you're getting more.
Got a nose for news?
Hey, when I need to know, I go straight to the source.
You mean cable TV?
Cable's my window to the world. I follow fast-breaking news on CNN, track money matters on CNBC, and C-SPAN helps me keep an eye on those elected officials.
What about the local scoop?
Hey, they don't beam down your local news from a satellite.
Get cable installed for only $14.95. With our on-time guarantee, we're on time or it's on us. Call Paragon Cable at 522-2000.
In every home, in every family, there's no greater gift than a love that is shared. This holiday season, PetSmart has Christmas stockings for all your favorite friends. Happy holidays from PetSmart, where pets are family.
Time magazine reveals its Man of the Year tonight. You may not recognize Andrew Grove's picture, but if you use a computer, you probably use his product. Grove is chairman and CEO of Intel. Time considers Grove the person most responsible for the power and innovative potential of microchips. They have fueled a growth of a new economy, much like electricity did for our great-grandparents. 7 Twin Cities companies are considered among the best in the country. Fortune magazine named 3M, Medtronic, the St. Paul companies, General Mills, H.B. Fuller, Apogee, and Tennant to its 100 Best Companies list. Southwest Airlines topped the list. The survey is based on employee opinions and workplace policies. You can read about it in Fortune's January 12th issue.
Supporters say it promises to bring more concert and theater productions to the Twin Cities area. But tonight, a plan to build a new performing arts center is in limbo. 2 sites in Bloomington are being considered. The only thing stopping the project is money and a state lawmaker who's keeping Minnesota's coffers closed.
You may think touring bands have a lot of options in the Twin Cities, but supporters of the Bloomington Hall proposal say that's not the case. They claim theaters like the Ordway are too small for many bands, and they say Target Center is much too big. So they want to build a mid-sized theater for music and more.
It also is needed here in Bloomington and the southwest suburban areas because we don't have a place to graduate our high schools. We don't have a place large enough to graduate our colleges. So it would be used as a dual-purpose facility.
The plan calls for a 3,000 to 5,000 seat hall to be built at one of two sites. One is along Normandale Lake near 494 and Highway 100. The other is near the Mall of America. A third of the $100 million project was to have come from state bonds. But that idea was killed by State Senator Bill Belanger.
Cities have bonding capacity, counties have bonding capacity. If they want to do these projects, why don't they use their own bonding money instead of coming to us?
Can it go forward without state funding? Absolutely can go forward. The question then becomes is where will it go forward?
Senator Belanger says state funding of the project wouldn't be fair to theaters that didn't get taxpayer dollars.
People are finding all kinds of ways to give this Christmas season. For example, these volunteers spending their Saturday giving free car repairs for those who can't afford them.
Christian thing to do, I guess.
4 Stillwater churches are coordinating this volunteer effort. A Minneapolis church also helped spread a little holiday cheer this afternoon. Members of the Love Power Ministries gave away nearly 3,000 toys and 150 bags of clothes to families. One of the church members has been collecting the items since July.
Well, we associate toys and quite a few other things with the holidays. But how about tubas? About 150 musicians played away at the Apache Plaza in Minneapolis today. They took part in the 10th annual Tuba Christmas. Mascots from more than 100 Minnesota cities, schools, and companies took part in tonight's Holidazzle Parade. It marks the 150th parade in Holidazzle history. And you can see the parade every night until December 30th, with the exception of Christmas and Christmas Eve.
And once again, we can see the huge crowds out there behind the barricades. Another nice night, but of course, some people probably would have liked to have been standing on a little snow out there, Chris.
It'd be nice to add a little white to Christmas. I think we're running out of time. The computer models in the last run here that came in this evening are starting to hint towards a little more snow, but, you know, I'm thinking this system is going to stay south. It's an El Nino year, and that's where they've been going all year long so far. Places to the south of us, Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, Chicago. I think those areas have the best chance in the Midwest to see some white before Christmas. For us, if we get a dusting, well, I'll almost be surprised, but nothing surprises me in the weather, I guess. 2:07 on Sunday afternoon, that's when winter officially begins. Today was the shortest day of the year. We only had 8 hours and 47 minutes of daylight. All of it was sunny. That was pretty nice. The longest day of the year, June 21st, we usually have over 15 hours of daylight. Outside in Minneapolis and St. Paul, look at this. This is in Chanhassen. Beautiful evening. 20 degrees above zero right now. Barometric pressure is, well, falling a little bit, but it's been hovering around that 30.02 mark all evening long. Southeasterly winds at 7 miles an hour. Statistics for today, 32 and 14, still well above average, even though it actually felt kind of cool out there this morning. Let's go ahead and look at some temperatures in our neighborhood weather stations. Still holding in the lower 20s just about everywhere, but Coon Rapids has dropped down to 19 right now. I think temperatures are going to drop off maybe 3 or 4 more degrees tonight. The atmosphere is moistening up too, so I think you're going to get some frost tomorrow morning. When you see it out on the lawn there, that white won't be snow, it'll be frost. No clouds sitting out there anywhere over the upper Midwest. Here's what I mean by that El Nino storm track here. Usually El Nino flows are split. There's big storm track across southern Canada, keep the cold air bottled to the north. And then this storm track, which really sours weather all through Texas today, and that will be the case for about the next 12 hours or so. And then this mass of gunk here that does have snow and sleet on the back edge will push northeastward. And I think areas like Missouri, southern Kansas, into Chicago, and into Detroit, this is where this system's going to go. And then there's another one on its heels that will stay to the south of us, too, over the next couple of days. What I'm saying here is that we might see a touch of snow on the northern edge of these systems, but probably not enough to make our Christmas all that white. Trying not to be a Scrooge for you. Temperatures out there in the teens now, lower 20s to the south. Let's talk forecast. You can decide whether you like it or not. Starlit skies overnight tonight and 16. When we wake up tomorrow morning, all of about 20 degrees, and there will be frost on the ground. And tomorrow afternoon, 34 blue skies. Look at this, the next few days coming up. I threw in some snowflakes. The clouds will thicken on Tuesday. There could be some snowflakes Tuesday night into Wednesday. Temperatures still remaining pretty warm. There's no cold air anywhere around, and I think the big storms are going to stay to the south. So, you know, I mean, if you like going without snow, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they are.
But on the other hand.
On the other hand, thanks, Chris. One of our country's most famous bridges is selling space. You can buy a spot on a plaque that will be placed on the historic Brooklyn Bridge. The top bidder gets his or her name on it. Bidding starts at $25,000. The QVC Home Shopping Channel is handling the auction.
Princess Diana's sons must pay more than $13 million in taxes. Now her family is considering legal action, but not against England. Also ahead, why American investigators are so interested in the plane that crashed in Indonesia.
Tonight's Eyewitness News weather report is brought to you by your Northland Ford dealers.
Is this your ZX2?
Sure is. Hi, I'm
These are fast.
Dave.
A moonroof.
I'm Dave, and you are
A CD player.
Hello.
Cool wheels.
ZX2. Even the price is impressive.
Remote keyless entry.
Want to see my puppy?
Ford ZX2. Grab life by the wheel.
There's excitement in the air.
It's crunch time.
We've got 2 boys, 2 girls. You know, it's from one end of the store to the other.
They wait to the last minute. They don't know what to buy. We'll fill this cart in about 20 minutes. We're there to help them, though.
Oh, the adrenaline starts pumping, and you up and down every hour.
The people at Walmart seem to recognize that frenzied look on your face.
I forgot this person. I forgot that person.
So they're real receptive and helpful.
We got plenty of stuff left. Walmart has great prices right up till the last minute.
I'm an expert last-minute shopper. Please come to me.
Want to stretch a little? Each week, try a different section of the Sunday Star Tribune newspaper. Who knows? You might just discover a few new sections of yourself.
Critics declare Mouse Hunt the funniest family movie for the holidays.
We need a cat, preferably with a history of mental illness.
The hunt for family fun is over. Mouse Hunt, rated PG, now playing.
At True Value, we've got all the decorations and gifts you'll need to get your home ready for the holidays. And anything else that might help.
Santa!
Keep the holidays charged up with these Duracell batteries. Just $236 or $288. True Value. It's Christmas and help is just around the corner.
Investigators from Boeing and the National Transportation Safety Board are on their way to Indonesia tonight to investigate the latest 737 plane crash. They hope yesterday's Boeing crash, which killed 104 people, will help determine the cause of 2 earlier 737 accidents in the U.S. The jet was the same type that crashed in Pittsburgh 3 years ago and Colorado Springs in 1991. Even with the latest crash, some aviation experts don't believe there's a link, saying there's no reason to believe there's anything wrong with the 737. The crash that killed Princess Diana is now at the center of a lawsuit. The London Sunday Times reports Princess Diana's family is planning to sue Mohammed Al Fayed, Dodi Al Fayed's father, for at least $13.4 million. That's the amount of money her sons owe for inheritance taxes. Dodi was Diana's boyfriend. He also died in the crash.
We have a promising report tonight about kids and drugs. A new government survey shows 78% of 8th graders disapprove of drug use. That's the highest disapproval rate since 1991. Health experts say teen attitudes are key predictors of drug use. The survey also reports marijuana, cocaine, heroin, and alcohol use are also down among teens.
I guess you could say the gold is more like rust for the Gopher hockey team.
Yeah, it's only mid-season, but the SOS is already out, Guess.
The ship is listing, that is for sure. More hockey and more Gopher hoops coming up. Plus, did the Ghosts of Wolves Pass ruin the night at Target Center? We'll have the sports next.
I have everything that I need.
and they have absolutely nothing.
For children who are less fortunate, Christmas can be the saddest time of year. But one Minnesota boy is determined to change that. He's helping bring smiles to thousands of children. I'm Callie King. Eyewitness News takes you to Mexico to show you how this Minnesota boy is giving kids a Christmas to remember.
When you give, you know that you're making joy in another person's life.
Watch Tuesday at 10 on Channel 5.
This is the sound of small businesses doing more business with Fridays free. They're doing more because thanks to Sprint, all their long distance on Fridays is free, while the rest of the week they're still getting Sprint's low flat rates. Even better, call now and get Fridays free until the year 2000 with no term commitment. Call 1-800-598-5000 for Fridays free, only from Sprint Business.
Looking for high-quality paint at low prices? Well, here's a Walmart exclusive. We've got durable house beautiful paint that's guaranteed 20 years with one-coat coverage inside or out. And we can match any color you want. Matched ball of yarn once. And don't forget our high-quality Color Place paint. Brushes, rollers, drop cloths, even got the big 5-gallon buckets. And you save on everything every day. Pick up your paint and hardware right along with your other Walmart shopping. We're the hardware store inside your Walmart store.
Oh boy, honey, look, they're showing that Boston Market commercial again.
The one for the double marinated chicken?
Yeah, look how plump and moist it is.
Oh, they're doing the dip.
Oh, we love the dip.
Oh, I love the macaroni and cheese.
I have got to get me some of that.
Wait, here's the announcer.
Come into Boston Market right now and get a chicken individual meal starting at just $4.49. And remember to place your holiday order today. The food's always better at the market. Boston Market.
Now I'm hungry.
Well, it almost had all the elements of a Charles Dickens classic. The ghosts of Timberwolf's past, Scrooge, and yes, a happy ending. The only thing missing was Tiny Tim. The LA Clippers had 4 former Wolves on the court tonight at Target Center. Pooh Richardson, James Robinson, Derek Martin, and this guy, Stojko Vrankovic. Too bad he never moved like that as a Wolf. Bob Cratchit would have been proud of the extra work put in by Kevin Garnett tonight. Gets the foul and the hoop to go. The Stephon Marbury show continues. One of his 16 assists to Tom Gugliotta on the finger roll. The Wolves were up at 10 in intermission. Late in the game, LA had this one looking like a tragedy, though. Tom Gugliotta hits the bucket to pull the Wolves to within 1. Googs with 24. Then Terry Porter's going to steal the inbounds pass. Kevin Garnett ices it with the win. Nice holiday victory. Christmas is saved for the Wolves. They leave the Clippers humbugging 92-91. Well, a team who could use a little Christmas cheer right now is the basketball Gophers. They've lost their last 2 games, and we're hoping to nip that skid in the bud tonight at the barn against Fresno State. Jerry Tarkanian's Fresno State Bulldogs, that is. He's one of sports' real characters, towel and all tonight. Minnesota trying to ham and egg a win. Eric Harris, long bomb chime. 3-pointer made it 13-10 Gophers early. Miles Tarver was just inches away from slamming home this one in the first half. And by the way, a sweet feed from Eric Harris. 42-38 Gophers at the break. Right now, they're trying to put the finishing touches on a win. Sam Jacobson, a holidazzle slam right now in the second. Time winding down. Gophers in control, 69-50. Got a little better in the third period for the hockey Gophers tonight in St. Cloud. But a little better wasn't enough to beat the first-place Huskies or stop a record-setting 9-game losing skid. First period, Huskies strike for a couple. Matt Noga buries the rebound short-handed, a big goal. St. Cloud led 3-0 in the third before the Gophers finally found a way to beat Brian Lietza. Mike Anderson, slick move, nice goal, great shot, it's 3-1. And even though the Gophers put most of the pressure on the rest of the way, the Huskies are too good. Again, the broom signifies the first sweep of the Gophers by St. Cloud ever. The Packers heat thaws out the frozen tundra. That's next.
Got a great idea? Just drop it in the Idea Box, a store that really listens. Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
This is the sound of small businesses doing more business with Fridays free. They're doing more because thanks to Sprint, all their long distance on Fridays is free, while the rest of the week they're still getting Sprint's low flat rates. Even better, call now and get Fridays free until the year 2000 with no term commitment. Call 1-800-598-5000 for Fridays free, only from Sprint Business.
Each
Each new day brings more new fun. Memories in the making.
Seems like every day the kids just do something that I want to take a picture of.
Every smile's a special one, a treasure for the taking.
I can't wait around for specials. I might miss something important, so I take my film back to Walmart. Their prices are as low as they can be all the time, every day, and they do a great job.
Always great pictures, always low prices at Walmart.
This holiday, give the gift they'll break the second it's out of the box.
A Toblerone chocolate orange, the smooth chocolate with a touch of orange flavor you whack and unwrap. Toblerone chocolate orange, it's chocolate with a twist.
Tonight's Eyewitness News Sports Report is brought to you by Gordon's Jewelers.
It's a smile, it's a look like romance in a book. It's in your heart.
Make a flawless selection for her holiday gift with this diamond pendant from Gordon's. Priced at only $2.99, this exceptional diamond solitaire pendant is graded internally flawless, making it truly a perfect gift for the season. Exclusively from Gordon's.
We'll make you shine.
Gordon's Jewelers, since 1905.
Oh, the difference having a voice can make, and oh, the difference having a win could make. 24 hours from now, the Vikings could either be looking at Game 1 of the playoffs or Day 1 of the long and ugly off-season at home. We had a little preview of both worlds today. Playoff-bound Packers hosting the homeward-bound Bills. Packer D-back Darren Sharper in playoff form, lowering the boom on Lonnie Johnson in the third quarter. Sharper also came up with this 20-yard interception return for a touchdown. Packers win their fifth straight. They make it look easy. 31-21 was the final. For college football fans ready for a bowl game frenzy, the wait is over. Oregon and Air Force rolled the dice in the Las Vegas Bowl tonight, and luck be a duck tonight. Oregon Ducks running back Saladin McCullough will find some running room. 76 yards of room to be exact, as Oregon piles it on the Air Force. 41-13 was the final. Earlier today, all eyes on the White House. Actually, at the White House, we're on Stanford and our video countdown of a volleyball match between Penn State and Stanford. Stanford wins the national championship in college volleyball for the fourth time in the last 6 years over Penn State. Of course, Chelsea Clinton was the tie I was trying to make, and now she can drink a root beer and do what other college freshmen do on Friday or Saturday nights. And
they drink root beer.
I can go home and put the towel over my head and boil some water.
Push those vocal cords to the limit tonight.
Adios.
What a guy. We'll have one last look at your weekend forecast when we come back.
Shopping for cellular? Oh, yeah. Watch your step. Some wireless companies might sound good until you discover the holes in their calling area. Whoa. Hello? AirTouch Cellular offers better coverage, locally and nationally, so you can stay in touch wherever you go. Sign up for service and get a free Motorola flip phone and a car lighter adapter delivered to your door. Call now, 1-800-AirTouch.
AirTouch Cellular. An easy call to make.
Dilbert for Office Depot.
Dilbert, I'd like you to meet Ben, our newest fast-track manager.
Hi.
Ben has no real experience, but he's very tall, so we know he'll go far.
I also have executive-style hair.
We think it will turn silver.
Need gifts for your favorite executive? Shop Office Depot for fine pens, phones, computers, faxes, software, briefcases, and more. All at guaranteed low prices. The holidays are crazy, but Office Depot makes sense.
Doesn't it seem that a lot of your favorite old memories involve your family car? There was the summer you drove to Mount Rushmore, the trips to Grandma's house, fishing trips with your best friend, oh, and the honeymoon to Niagara Falls. Well, here's a reminder that you don't need to settle for old memories with your old car. Stop by your new car dealer. Check out the new cars and trucks, and you might just get some ideas for some great new memories. A message from your Greater Metropolitan Automobile dealers.
I love being a mom, but I was still miserable because I was so heavy, and I knew I had to do something. I lost over 50 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. Just keep them in the fridge, grab them, shake them up, have my lunch while I'm feeding him. It's just such a healthy drink.
Now with 23 vitamins and minerals, protein, calcium, fiber, all the balanced nutrition like a healthy meal.
Oh, I feel very healthy, and I have to be to keep up with him.
Slim Fast, balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
What more could you want?
Maybe we should have Chris Grote check his map again. There's got to be some Alberta clipper out there out west.
You're looking for something, aren't you?
I am. Please look hard.
I've been looking as far west as the Pacific. Can't find anything in sight. The storms are staying to the south this year. This is your planner for Sunday. When you're waking up, about 16. We'll move to about 30 at noon. A lot of sun all day long. High temperature of about 34 degrees. Next chance for snow looks like Tuesday night into Wednesday. I don't see any big storms for us coming up, sorry to say.
Keep looking.
I'll look.
Thanks, Chris. And thank you for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow night at 5:30. Good night.
Now you don't